state. Now, you're not going to be the Ebonyi State administrator because PM has a temporary issue. We're going to remove you and put somebody. So what this Conflict Resolution Committee has done is not acceptable in this government. And on that note, we have to close this meeting as quickly as possible. I am moving the motion to temporarily suspend the Conflict Resolution Committee until the Prime Minister joins us back and hopefully reinstates them back. Just based on this letter, which I know most people here are saying, do not let this letter go out. But we don't know where this letter has gone to. We don't know where this letter, because usually when we have meetings, we will say nobody will send it out. We don't want to, but eventually, before we even finish the meeting, that letter is all over the world. We don't know what is up. So for us to forestall and ensure that we secure this government that our Prime Minister has left for us, we are going to vote right now to temporarily suspend the Conflict Resolution Committee until further notice, until the PM comes. Please, Paul Adina, if you can stand by and take the vote for this. Please, everybody that have raised their hand, please lower your hand. We are just going to take this vote right now. And after that vote, we can take 1 or 2 hands up and then we're going to adjourn this meeting. So please, cabinet members, for us to be safe, for this government to be safe, if we want to, every single person, if you support for the Conflict Resolution Committee of the Brigade Cabinet to be suspended temporarily until our Prime Minister is back to help us maintain some sanity in this leadership, please go ahead and raise your hand. And let's start, raise your hand and then let the Poladinam please count the number of people that support this motion, please. Thank you so much, everyone. There's a reaction button, and also you can also raise your hand. If you cannot use the reaction button, please go ahead and you can just speak out your support for this, please. And Honorable Paula, now quickly take a count, and then we will move from there. So go ahead. Let's take a count. For us to temporarily suspend the Conflict Resolution Committee based on this, what they've just done, which is a very big distraction to this government at this time, based on the precarious situation that we are and the structures that our Prime Minister has set in place. Please go ahead and count. Thank you so much. Paul, go ahead. You have the numbers? Paul, do you capture the numbers? It's Paul. I know Paul is here. I'm not missing him. Praise, can you capture the number, please? I can't hear from Paul.
That's okay.
Thank you so much. You got that?
Yes.
And you have the numbers, how many?
We have about 18.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
19.
My hand is up. 16, 17,
Yeah,
19,
okay, 20.
20. Thank you so much. Everybody, you can lower your hand, please. Lower your hand, everyone. Use the button, the host tools. Lower your hand. Lower your hand, everyone. Lower your hand. Asian rep, actually, great. Please, if you do not support this motion, please raise your hand. God will, are you raising your hand or lowering? Dr. Steve, do you know, can you lower your hand or raise it up? Unmute yourself, Apostle Steve. Unmute yourself, Apostle Steve. We can hear you. Okay, he said, he can lower his hand. Oh, sorry, I think it's two. Hold on 1 second. Oh, yeah, the two, you can lower your hand. Okay, I think he's trying to say he lower his hand. Okay, those that support, Praise, can you go ahead and count it, please?
We have 9.
9. Thank you so much, everyone. You can lower your hands. You can lower your hands, everyone. Lower your hands. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. So based on the voting that we've captured right now, we have 20 people that support, 9 people that do not support. The Conflict Resolution Committee of the Biafra Republic Government Exile is hereby suspended until further notice. The letter they've written is null and void until further notice. And we are going to continue to work towards the restoration of the government. And on that note, I think we've come to the end of this meeting because we have to go to our fundraising. I wish everybody well. Let us remain focused on what we are doing, and we know of any indictment or anything, because we know our Prime Minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South delegitimized governors are doing, that is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world have seen how Finland took away our Prime Minister, and within that period, hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and Tinubu using the reintegrated terrorists that they imported into the Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and said, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our Prime Minister of anything. They've held our Prime Minister, going to almost 3 months, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda, which Finland is part of right now. That is what Finland is doing. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has not committed any crime. You put him away now, going to 3 months, because you partner with Nigerian state, a terrorist state that have very, very low score and record in human rights. Finland is now part of that. That is exactly what they are doing. How else could one explain holding our Prime Minister for almost 90 days without indicting him yet? You isolate him. You want to break him psychologically. And you think we are just going to sit down and watch you and your cohorts in Nigeria. Your cohorts in Nigeria, they will get it real hard. It's a promise. It's a promise. Because at the end of the day, we know this battle between Nigeria and Finland and Biafra, we are going to see how it's going to end up. So we heard that some of the items they took from the Prime Minister, they are returning them. They are yet to send out any indictment. The one that we saw, I think last week, where they now said that it has something to do with a charge on the use of a name like Masters of Law, something like that. We understood that that is not true. That there's no charge like that. Maybe some nonsensical press inside Finland, those that hate us and hate our Prime Minister, working inside Finland, they are the one that published that, and we're told to just neglect that, because all of us were waiting on Monday for Finland to charge our Prime Minister for the Master of Law case. We didn't see anything. And again, what Finland is doing is unacceptable. We have those innocent Biafrans that they picked up with our prime minister. They are still in bondage in Finland. Those innocent individuals can still not use their bank account, can still not get a job, can still not do so many things inside Finland. And some of them, they have their name on the terrorist list by the Finland government. How can you put somebody's name in a terrorist list and you've not even indicted that person as a terrorist? What country does that? You've not gone through the normal process of law. You've not proven that these innocent Biafrans, that they are terrorists. You, Finland government, you went and put the name of these innocent Biafrans under the terrorist list. Why should you do that? And you think the world does not know what you are doing? You think Donald Trump does not know what you are doing? You've not charged somebody as a terrorist. Now you put the name anywhere they go in Finland, anything they seek for is being denied because the Finland government has put their name on the terrorist list without even indicting them. How can we say we want to make the world a better place when we have country leaders that are criminals, criminalizing innocent citizens, and they are the heads of governments? And you think you will go free?